The sun can literally boil your blood. The Australian Outback is a land of extremes. Few can survive its vast emptiness. It covers about 75% of a continent. That is 5.7 million square kilometers. It is brutally inhospitable. Less than 1% of Australia's 26 million people live deep inside this unforgiving heartland. Nature itself fights back against settlement. Heat is the first killer. Temperatures hit 45 degrees Celsius, sometimes 50 degrees Celsius, 122 degrees Fahrenheit. Ground itself reaches 70 degrees Celsius. Standing without proper footwear means severe burns in seconds. Dehydration is constant. A person loses several liters of water in hours. Death from heat stroke comes in a single day. Water sources are incredibly scarce. Rivers are ephemeral, flowing only after heavy rain. Such rain happens once every few years. Underground aquifers like the Great Artesian Basin hold salty water ore too deep to access. Bringing water is expensive. Storing it is a challenge. The Outback's sheer scale is hard to grasp. Drive 10 hours, see no one. Towns are hundreds of kilometers apart. Some outposts are 1,000 kilometers from a city. Getting supplies means long, dangerous journeys. Roads are unsealed tracks. Dust covers all. Rain turns tracks into impassable mud. Her rescue services are far. Breakdown means stranding for days or weeks. Communication is difficult. Mobile reception is almost non-existent beyond tiny settlements. Satellite phones are expensive but a necessity. Wildlife is a major deterrent. Australia is famous for dangerous creatures. Deep in the outback, they thrive. 10 of the world's most venomous snakes live here, including inland taipan eastern brown snake. A bite kills an adult in under an hour without medical attention. Spiders, too, funnel web and redback spiders have potent venom. Scorpions are everywhere. Along northern edges, saltwater crocodiles lurk. These apex predators grow up to 7 meters. They are territorial and aggressive. Dingoes roam in packs, shy but dangerous if food is scarce. Insects are rampant, millions of flies by day, mosquitoes at night. They carry diseases. Constant buzzing drives people mad. Infrastructure is almost non-existent beyond coastal regions and major inland towns. No reliable power grid. No running water. No sewerage. Homes need solar panels or generators. They need rainwater tanks and septic systems. Building is incredibly expensive due to transport. Materials travel thousands of kilometers. Healthcare facilities are basic and few. A major medical emergency means an air ambulance, sometimes flying for hours to reach a hospital. Children's education is remote. Via School of the Air, learning over radio or internet offers little social interaction. This isolation takes a toll on mental health. Bushfires are a terrifying part of the outback. During dry season, after a wet year allows vegetation growth, they rage uncontrollably. Fires spread across hundreds of thousands of hectares in days. They destroy everything: homes, fences, livestock. Smoke blackens the sky for weeks. Dust storms are common. Huge walls of red dust appear engulfing towns and roads. They reduce visibility to zero, making travel. They clog machinery. Breathing becomes difficult. The land is often barren. Vast stretches of red dirt, spinifex grass, hardy shrubs. Few trees offer shade. Soil is poor for agriculture. Little farming, like cattle stations, requires enormous tracts of land. A single station can be larger than some European countries. Keeping cattle alive means constant movement for water and pasture. This is tough work. Mining operations are specialized and temporary. Workers live in isolated camps for weeks. They earn good money, but the lifestyle is not for everyone. Indigenous Australians lived in the outback for tens of thousands of years. They developed deep knowledge of the land and its resources. Their traditional ways were sustainable. But modern life has different demands. Modern conveniences need modern infrastructure. Traditional knowledge of finding water and food does not easily translate into building permanent cities or towns for millions. The spiritual connection is profound, but it does not remove extreme weather challenges. The cost of living is high. Everything is more expensive. Fuel, food, water. A bottle of water costs more because of transport. Many essentials cost double or triple city prices. Fresh produce is rare and expensive if available. Relying on canned and dried goods is monotonous and less healthy. Extreme weather makes fresh food spoil quickly. Solitude is immense. Some seek it out, but for most, constant isolation leads to loneliness, despair. Few social opportunities exist. No cinemas, no malls, no cafes, no community sports. For families, especially with children, lack of social interaction is a huge burden. Children grow up without many peers. Teenagers lack local entertainment. Mental health support is scarce. Geology is challenging. Much outback is ancient weathered. Landscape is flat, monotonous for hundreds of kilometers. Not beautiful conventionally. Beauty is harsh, unforgiving. It holds ancient secrets, but does not welcome human expansion. 10 named deserts in Australia. Great Victoria Desert covers 348,750 square kilometers. Gibson Desert covers 155,000 square kilometers. Tanami Desert is 182,600 square kilometers. These are immense empty spaces. Lack of rainfall is constant. Some outback parts receive less than 250 millimeters annually. This is arid or semi-arid. London receives 600 millimeters, a rainforest several thousand. This lack of water limits everything: vegetation, growth, wildlife, human settlement. Farming is almost impossible without massive irrigation projects, not feasible due to scale and cost. The ground itself is hostile, rocky outcrops, deep sand dunes, cracked clay pans. Traversing requires specialized four-wheel drive vehicles. Getting stuck is a real possibility. Recovery can be a multi-day ordeal, requiring expensive satellite communication or helicopter assistance. Risk of getting lost is very real. Without landmarks, vastness is disorienting. GPS devices are essential, but batteries run out. Government invested in remote communities. But Outback's sheer scale makes widespread development uneconomical. Providing electricity, water, roads to sparsely populated areas costs billions. Not viable for a few hundred people spread over hundreds of thousands of square kilometers. Basic services remain limited. People live there out of necessity or deep personal connection to land or a job in mining or pastoral work. It is not a place for mass migration. Climate change predictions suggest even harsher outback conditions, more frequent heat waves, longer droughts, more intense bushfire seasons. This makes an already difficult environment more challenging for habitation. It is a stark reminder that while humans adapt, the outback pushes adaptation limits, it remains mostly untamed. A testament to nature's enduring power: 5.7 million square kilometers of raw, untamed wilderness. It is a formidable opponent for permanent human settlement. No one lives deep in the Australian outback because survival requires constant vigilance and superhuman resilience. It is just too hard.